Welcome to the Futbol Town Show, where we bring you the best futsal action from around Australia. It's the business end of the 2011-12 season. Tonight we could find out who the 2011-12 champions are, but first up to kick it off, it's Brunswick versus Richmond, and we might just find out who's heading for Cup glory and who's heading right back down into the State League. Fitzroy aren't safe from relegation as they take on third place Paran. Neither is Essendon. What a mighty task they have against Pascoe Vale in this week's match of the round. The Green Machine, well, will they do Pascoe Vale a favour and take it to the Invincibles? If North Melbourne wins tonight, it means that the 2011-12 premiership is theirs and they've done back-to-back titles. What a feat that is. Mickleham are looking to avoid last place on the V-League ladder as they take on informed Baldwin, and Broombank, well, they need to win tonight to maintain a chance at heading for their first piece of Cup glory, but they are facing a mighty task in the Sky Blues of Metropolitan in an old-time derby classic. In last week's action, it produced the highest scoring round so far this season. Despite the massive scorelines, each game was pretty close, only 1 or 2 goals in it. Brunswick got another win on the board, which meant for the first time since round 3, they finally climbed out of the relegation zone and into Oz Cup contentionship. So tonight when they face Richmond, they look to continue their winning ways and cement a place in the 8. Richmond, of course, desperate to get off the bottom of the ladder. That would mean they would get a chance to go into the relegation battles. And it started off well as Giuseppe Amanal put them 1 goal ahead. Brunswick's lineup has been plagued with injuries week in, week out. With these players coming back, it meant that Brunswick fielded this week with a list of 12 squad players. Promising signs for this Brunswick lineup if they can make it into the FOS Cup. They seem to be denied time and time again by some fantastic goalkeeping from Chrissy Sagewood and a bit of luck from the upright. It saw Richmond heading into the half with a surprise 1-goal lead, but Mikey, the Punisher Sharples, the saviour of this Brunswick side for much of the end half of the season, once again put them on level terms. The game did, however, maintain its even flow, both teams with great opportunities, and it was surprisingly none other than out-and-out defender Antonius Apostolakis who was to give Brunswick the equaliser. It was only a few minutes later when the defender once again got on the score sheet to give Brunswick the lead. You could see by the celebrations just how much it meant to this Brunswick side. A win tonight, meaning that they cement their place in FOS Cup action. And it's good to see because the team has taken it to Pascoe Vale and North Melbourne, who will be one of the 2 teams who they will be facing if they do indeed make FOS Cup action. Richmond with this loss on the board, well, it leaves it down to the catch-up game against Baldwin and the last match of round 22 to decide if they can pip Mickleham for that second last place on the V-League ladder, which would mean that they would go into the relegation battles against the 4th place team in the State League. A dominant second half by the Brunswick capped off perfectly with the return of Duke Duva. Out through injury for 40 plus weeks, he received a standing ovation when he got onto the pitch.
Started off the game quite slowly today. Gave a 1-goal lead, but we remained strong and then patient towards the end. Got our goals, not so pretty, but goals are goal. We got our win today. 1 next week and then we're in the cup, so that's all we needed today.
With Brunswick gaining a precious 3 points, Fitzroy knew they had a mighty task as they took on Paran. 3 points against these lads will mean that they would also cement their place in the 8. A task easier said than done, but after last week's solid performance against North Melbourne, it seemed like Fitzroy may have been in with the chance. And it started off well with them with the Italian international Robert Armelini getting him off to a flying start. Moments later, the woodwork denied Hayden Orr what was being goal of the season. Nevertheless, Fitzroy kept up their dominating ways and the second half started off well, this time young Lucas John setting up Hayden Orr, who this time found the back of the net. At the other end, a smart diving header by Clint McGoy was denied by the upright. Moments later, however, he made amends, finishing off from Marcus Barbosa's typical silky footwork. The momentum would stay in Fitzroy's favour though for the rest of the second half. Adrian Diatenzio with a bunch of new signings finally clicking together in the second half business end of the season. Juan Sastre playing a pivotal part and young Richie Ferguson scoring one of the goals of the night. With the skill and class of a player well beyond his years, he's going to have a pivotal part to play if they're going to take out some silverware in the upcoming FOS Cup. That's exactly what they're heading for. A great 3 points on the night against Paran.
Look, it's not about an individual, it's a team sport. And I really think that in the last couple of weeks we've been trying to get a group together to try and play the ball and we're getting there. It's been hard to try and come in that late into the season, but as you can see, we are trying to recruit a good team for the following season, and hopefully we can try and stay and get our spot back in the top 8.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for your match of the round. This week, Essendon, who are desperate for points to stay out of the relegation zone, took on Pascoe Vale. 3 points for the Lions would mean that they stay in touch for the premiership title. Enjoy commentary from yours truly and the Big Bird. Pure madness it's been so far tonight, Big Bird. Essendon taking on Pascoe Vale.
Oh, look at Evan Ramonis, Neil.
What's he
Happy
doing?
as Larry.
What on earth is he saying?
He just enjoys the coin toss.
And he's been shunted by... Oh, no,
Oh, yes, that's right. The league's getting there. He's a lovely bloke, Evan Ramonis.
Gentleman of the game. And, well... Essendon...
Neil!
Yes.
Look at these returns, Neil. Ivan and Igor Stevanovic.
I have to rub my eyes and check this twice.
2009 Premiership players. No Papayeta either. Asayeta is missing.
Yeah, well, what's... Asaheta, just got him too big.
Two big defenders. And now Pascoe Vale full strength. Neil, Mark Capsy Burden. He's back strong as ever and happy as Larry gets us underway here.
And Essendon, would you believe that they could be slipping into the relegation?
Neil, it looks more likelier and likelier as the rounds go by. They were getting a good squad together when they, but they're missing a lot of goals. Uda Darwin,
Yes, he's
JJ, and we can't count Krabs because he's a flash in the pan.
talking about flash in the pan, this one is already 1 goal lead to Pascoe Vale.
Love the segue, Neil, set you up and you knocked it down.
It was a horrible segue, let's not joking around.
Vadim Mazuski found space and Iggy Filipovic should have done a lot better there, Neil. Vadim could have, he had a latte there, I saw him.
That should be a word. No, really think about it, because every time we're talking about something it's uncharacteristic, it's a miss.
Oh, I see where you're going.
It's uncharacteristic.
I like it, Neil, like it. Miletus!
Well, how did he have this much space?
Neil, there's just space everywhere here.
I'll tell you how.
Adam Husseini was off. And Miletus. He's going to be important in the absence of Asayeta. He's been amongst the goals the last couple of weeks, Neil.
Looks to weave a ball through the centre. It's just, those legs cover up so much space, you throw the legs of Zorich.
Oh, what a ball by Zorich over the top! Oh, Miletus! We were just saying, Neil, that he had to take his chances because he's going to get a lot of time up forward, and there was no better chance than that. There's Cem Bison out there with the legs. Yes, that'll be a foul. He was outside of the D. He's playing footsies there. Yes, and I don't think Ivan Stevanovic appreciated that very much. Ooh. Oh, hammer there.
And I mean, you play footsies with a lad that size, and it's like playing footsies with 2 canoes.
He's Essendon been pressing and pressing. As we like to say in the commentary box here, they've been peppering.
This has been the word of the night so far, peppering.
I believe so. And will continue on long into the night, Neil.
Much froth left. North Melbourne taking on Ashburn.
Title on the line.
Yes, title on the line. They could win it all. Good signs here!
Anthony Hammer! Neil, they said they've been peppering and they've been rewarded. Anthony Hammer, the industrious little forward up front. What a fine finish that was too. Put him close to goal, and 9 times out of 10 he's going to finish from that range.
The industrious one.
Adam Husseini just sticks with Daddy Longlegs now.
AKA Argyle.
Yeah, he's got a couple of names. He's been a bit greedy taking another name.
What else is there?
That's about it.
Caro!
Ooh, Mella.
Mallow is absolutely pumped.
Jeez, he's kept his side in it with less than a minute to go.
A very important save.
Very important save, Neil.
2 seconds left in the half. What do you think that lad Paul Vidic is going to be saying right now?
As always, he's probably not going to be happy with the performance because they're not winning by 6 goals, but...
Even when they're winning by 6, he's not happy though. So, can't figure it out. He goes over to that famous Paul Vidic spot in the corner over there, and Andre Cara has a word to him. Perhaps Andre saying, Paul, seen that T-shirt on you. Looks good on you.
Well, as we know, Neil, Brunswick have equalised Essendon's tally of 25 league points. So a point would be, and especially against Pascoe Vale, it would be much warranted by the Essendon manager.
A point against Pascoe Vale in any context is a great effort.
Only one loss this season.
It's
Oh, Blackburn! Now, he's the reason for a lot of their wins since joining from Fitzroy, James Blackburn. Because that's what he can do, Neil. He can split the game open at the flick of a switch.
Do you think he's playing better? A lot of people are questioning...
He pounced on a poorly released ball there by Mello. His first real mistake of the game. Good to see the Pascoe Vale keepers sharing the halves, Neil. They're both quality keepers. It'll be quite a task to keep them both happy. Oh, the Simsek! What a play by Johnny De Silva and Ernie Simsek.
Does it justice. He's done that proper justice because that is a proper finish here.
Oh!
Another classic moment produced by this Pascoe Vale side. Just beautiful futsal.
Is there any better than Johnny De Silva, Neil? What a back heel that was, and what a finish by Ernie, the student Simsek.
Yes, he's back up. It's not easy to keep that lad down, is it?
No.
They have been on the island though for quite a while now.
Well, their old FC Essendon manager, Zoran Mato, is busy building rafts. Oh, Vlado Zoric! He's a man who's come off the island a couple of seasons earlier, and to good effect.
All former premiership players, of course.
It's got a big smell of 2009 about it, doesn't it, Neil?
It does, but
Lubomir still on the sidelines.
there's one thing you can't buy out there, and it's experience.
No doubt. Simsek on the burst again. He's a big game player. When the chips are down, this man, Ernie Simsek, will get you a result.
He is, isn't he? He's Mr. Big.
Oh, here we go, Miletus. Oh, what a counter-attack. Here we go, Vlado Zoric. Peter Miletus, thank you very much. And he loves it. He's pumped up, Peter Miletus.
They're right back into this one, Essendon. He's a huge upset on the cards. It seems like they really just are that hungry for it out there.
Neil set up their first goal and he gets one himself. In the absence of Asayeda, he has done the job, so to speak.
Yes, Papaeta.
And there's only a goal in it. Imagine if Papaeta was here. Could it be even closer?
Yeah, well, why not? He's got a couple of goals in him and he knows these Pascoe Vale lads well.
But look, you'd think Pascoe Vale would hold on. Too experienced, quality players, good structures, hard to break down. And when attacking players like this, Johnny De Silva just misses. Very unlucky Johnny De Silva goal so far. Probably should have finished there, saw a little gap there. Mello was drawn out by Caro. Oh, he turned his back to Johnny De Silva's strike as well.
Not good to see, is it, Big Bird?
No.
Pascoe Vale, they're committing men forward. It's just not happening, is it, Big Bird?
They don't really have to commit forward when they can hold on. Johnny De Silva, saved by the backside of Mello. Cuts in, turns Zoric, I believe. No, it's Ivan there. Has a shot, and yeah, Mello didn't know much about it.
No, that's the thing. You need to drag him in. Find someone.
Oh, Johnny De Silva back post. Mello, stay strong.
And when a keeper like Mello's been equal to the task all night, you know, Big Bird?
You know when to go and when to not. And here we go. Neil, we were talking about Pascoe Vale pressing, and they have been rewarded this time. And it was a beautifully crafted goal.
Well, they've shut me up, haven't they? They've said you're a goose. We're going to keep pushing and we're going to score, so...
Well, Neil,
shut up.
If you look at the play here, Essendon were also themselves pressing very high up the pitch, and Pascoe Vale pressing themselves exposed that, so...
They're like a bully holding some candy in front of a baby and just not letting it grab it.
And don't they dangle it well?
They're just, yes, they're good danglers of it. Dangling the title right in front of them. And my word, Miletus has got his second for the night.
Jeez, and he's hurrying up the ball as well. He wants that ball on the pitch, on the centre circle.
You've got to love Miletus. He's so into it. He's right into this beautiful game of futsal and this Essendon side.
Neil, no disrespect. A poor clearance by Caro. Did a zillage on his bum, and Dianush copped it through the cake hole.
Just get it on target. If the keeper saves it, he saves it. At least challenge him.
Vlado Zoric got the ball. He's dangerous in the middle of the pitch. Would have like to see him run it. Adam Husseini there. Miletus had a great game. Zoric in the pit. This is where he's dangerous in the middle. Turns 1, 2, 3, and it's in. Neil, it's 4 all. And oh yes, he is number 1. Vlado Zoric, you've done the stat man proud. Jamie Blackburn overran the first one. Turn Mazuski.
Look at watch the industrious one, Anthony Hammer. Watch his little hop here. Watch this. That's brilliant.
What is that? Oh, the cake hole. Phil, that was the cake hole at its best.
It was all a diversion from Anthony Hammer. Can you believe it? This will be the premiership handed proper on a platter to North Melbourne. Oh, can Essendon get the win?
Here's the counter.
Can they get the win? Which would mean they'd see FOS Cup action.
20 seconds left now. De Silva lays it off for Caro.
Caro tries to bring it in.
Oh, Neil!
He seems safe!
Yet again, Neil, controversy in the Victoria Street Stadium. I wonder who that in fact did come off. Vlado Zoric seemed to think he'd come off a Pascoe Vale foot.
And Vlado
he's still arguing.
He could have taken a shot there.
3 seconds.
The ball went straight to him. We've seen goals going in the last second. He was too busy complaining. It's 3 points Pascoe Vale's way. They still have just a little bit of a pinky clinching onto that title. They won't let go. What scenes we've had here tonight, Big Bird?
I want North Melbourne in the final for a number of reasons. I know I enjoy playing when the stadium is full here. I know all the juniors come down. We get a couple of hundred kids that come down and watch. I know they look forward to it. It's always a good game between us and North Melbourne, and we could be in bad form. We managed to put in a good game. If North Melbourne are down on form, they bring a good game. So I don't think I think they're always a close game, and both teams bring out the best in each other.
Welcome back. After witnessing Pascoe Vale clinch a precious last-second 3 points, North Melbourne knew that they would just need to get out there and get the job done against Ashburton, and that would be back-to-back premiers. A job easier said than done, especially considering that the Green Machine needed 3 points on the night themselves to avoid slipping into the relegation zone. Last player's young player of the season, Adam Cooper, was in fine form once again on the night. Just watch this opener for North Melbourne. Cooper slowly cementing himself as the best striker of the ball in the V-League, as well as potential MVP of this 2011-12 season. With just seconds left before half-time, Johnny Barrientos also got on the score sheet, last year's best and fairest, placing one hand on the premiership title. Some sloppy defending by the Green Machine, seemingly placing that other hand on the title, leaving Adam Cooper wide open. You cannot give that young player that kind of space with a deadly right and left foot, while hitting capability this lad has. Matters went from bad to worse for the Green Machine. Daniel Lenegro this time getting on the score sheet for the opposition. It seemed like nothing would keep the ball out of the back of Ashburton's net, and nothing would stop the imminent celebrations of the North Melbourne Vipers going back-to-back premiers of the V-League Premiership. It's a mighty task, a secret to it all. Well, young player of the season, Adam Cooper, gave us a rare interview and an insight into the secret behind the Vipers' success.
It's been great playing with the boys the past few seasons, finally put it together. Everyone's coming back, they want to play, and we're just a team on and off the court. It's pretty much the secret to it all.
With the 2011-12 Premiership title race wrapped up for the night, fans stuck around to witness who would be falling into the relegation battles and who would finish last on the V-League Premiership ladder, meaning they would be doomed straight back down into the State League. Of course, I am speaking of Mickleham, who are currently second last on the ladder, and things didn't start all that well too good for them, with Robbie Zedwarny putting Bournemouth 1 goal ahead. It was just moments later, however, when Mickleham found themselves on level terms. Notoriously over the last few rounds, they found themselves with a good first half performance, only to slip in the second half. It seemed that on the night, however, Baldwin would put them out of their misery early. First it was Benny Bodo getting on the score sheet, and then Robbie Zadwarny. However, Tony Sarich then missed a great opportunity in front of goals, gifting Micklem a chance to push on late and get a goal just before the stroke of half-time. The second half, however, saw Baldwin come out with a dominant performance. They found themselves playing great, simple futsal of late, probably down to being out there with the experienced one, Ivan Zilic. He's drilled these lads well to play simple futsal. Even in the absence of the experienced one, they kept up their dominating ways. They'll go on to face Metropolitan in the FOS Cup, another team who plays similar futsal. What a clash that is going to be. Great signs for the team who last season were known as the unluckiest team in the V-League, who found themselves in the relegation battles. They'll go on, and don't be surprised if they cause an upset in this season's FOS Cup finals.
That fourth spot is up for grabs unless Metro, if Metro win their 2 games, and we still have to beat North Melbourne, which is a tough match. So we'll just see what happens and how it pans out. But the futsal we're playing, there's no team that can stop us, I don't think.
The last clash of the night saw 2 teams who now know their outcome for this season. However, they do have their biggest task ahead on Friday night as they go into the semi-finals of the inaugural League Cup. Metro, of course, are facing the Invincibles North Melbourne, and Brimbank have the mighty task of taking on Pascoe Vale. Wouldn't it be a great joy if we could see them go head-to-head in the final? No disrespect to North Melbourne and Pascoe Vale, the 2 teams who produce time and time El Clasico, but this game, in its own right, a proper derby clash. It seemed, however, that this one would be just another dominant performance by the Sky Blues. They found themselves going into the half-time break with a commanding 2-goal lead. Perhaps both teams, however, with Friday night's action looming, had conservation on their mind, trying their best to avoid any potential injuries. Some sloppy defending at both ends produced plenty of goal-scoring opportunities. Alicevic was denied by the upright, Amir Ameti seemed to find the back of the net, and at the other end it was Dino Redzepovic who was unmarked and produced a great bit of control to finish this one. With just 1 minute left on the scoreboard and a 3-goal lead to the Sky Blues, it seemed like this one was all but over. Fans of both sides hit the streets early, but a surprise comeback by Brimbank produced yet another classic moment here at the Futsalroos Stadium. Watch this last play here as Amir Ameti streamed forward and on the final whistle managed to level scores and salvage 1 point for Brimbank.
Yeah, look, towards the end of the season, we've dropped games that we should have won. But second last game of the season, it's good to get a few points on the board. So, with the last 5 minutes that we clawed back, we were pretty much 3-4 goals out. And coming back, it just boosted the boys up. So we're definitely ready for Friday, and if not next week.
An epic point salvaged by the Brimbank lads. Sadly, not enough to see them head into the FOS Cup action. They're heading for relegation battles. With that being said, it all comes down to Friday night and their massive clash against Pascoe Vale. Of course, Metropolitan will go on and face North Melbourne, the Invincibles. Some scintillating futsal ahead at this end of the season. Of course, the bottom 5 teams, all not safe from the relegation zone. Essendon, Fitzroy and Brunswick find themselves creeping around that 8th position there. Ashburton, still not safe from dropping into the relegation battles. Of course, the premiership all wrapped up for another season. North Melbourne, the Invincibles, just too good. What a dominant season it's been by the lads. All respect though to Pascoe Vale, still an amazing effort to get 56 points out of 22 rounds. Talking of amazing efforts, Joao Golden Boy da Silva, it looks like he'll take out the prestigious Top Goal Scorer awards once again this season. With just 1 round left of futsal action, Ali Redzepovic seems as though he'll finish once again in the 2nd place of that chart. However, stranger things have happened in the past. Alexander Stevanovic, of course, scoring an amazing 10 goals in 1 game just a few seasons ago to clinch that title in the last round. Next week's clashes, well, as I mentioned earlier, it all comes down for some teams to this last round. It is going to be simply an amazing night of futsal action. Sunday night State League action is simply amazing at this end of the season. The title still not decided. Who will clinch that automatic qualification spot straight into the V-League and who will go into the relegation battles. Get down to 407 Victoria Street to catch all the action firsthand, or jump onto our media player to catch all the extended highlights. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks for joining us. Tune in next week to find out who finishes where, but for now, we'll leave you as always with Goal of the Week time.
North Melbourne.
Could we moved on some breakdancing just like his brother? Oh, I think his brother's a backup dancer for some singers and stuff.
Well, there you have it. You should be
the Moo family, a very talented lot. Oh, jeez, look at this set piece. Oh, my goodness.
What? Venom in that shot. My word, we were discussing how do they know which set piece to do. Here's a very simple plan for the North Melbourne lads. We'll get it to the theme of Adam Cooper. For the love of God.
You can't give him space, you just can't do it!
Ridiculous. You're right, Statman.
And they're missing Andy Jerez.
Is Andy going to qualify for the Cup?
I don't think so, no.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is a shame.
Oh!
He's a junior cat. What a finish by Richie Ferguson. Oh, great finish by the young fella.
Watch the hands of the other lads on his team fly up in the air.
Yeah, but he made him.
Oh, yeah, look at the glory.
Yeah, but look at Michael from the charm. He was down far too early. Look at this. Junior catch, he said, again, I'll go over the top.
Yush with an awkward save there. Good to see the Pascal keepers sharing the half, Neil. They're both quality keepers. It'll be quite a task to keep them both happy.
Oh, the Simpson! What a play by Johnny De Silva and Ernie Simpson.
Does it justice. He has done that proper justice, because that is a proper finish here.
Oh!
Another classic moment produced by this Pascoe Vale side.
What a back heel that was, and what a finish by Ernie, the student Simpson.